Hey everyone, I am really excited to read to you my new book, Railroad to the Moon, and to remind you to never stop dreaming big. So let's jump right in. Did anything ever happen to you that you knew no one would believe? Hi, I'm Alexa, and it happened to me. I want to tell you my story because a story like this is too hard to keep to myself. It all started in school. After studying the 7 continents for weeks, our teacher, Mrs. Goddard, announces, "Today, we're going to begin learning about the moon." After an exciting lesson about the exploration of the moon, Mrs. Goddard says, "For homework tonight, I want you all to write a story about what it would take for us to live on the moon. I want everyone to find something that makes you think of the moon and bring it to class tomorrow." At home, after dinner, I'm a little nervous. I have no idea where to start my assignment, and it's due tomorrow. Mom says, "Going to the moon opened up a new frontier." "What's a frontier?" I ask. "A frontier is a new place to explore, which sometimes becomes a new place to live," she replies. Dad asks, "Did you know that the golden spike in your room helped open a new frontier?" You see, America was once a frontier. Grandpa Strongbridge, your great-great-great-grandfather, James William Strongbridge, helped build the first railroad across America. Grandpa Strongbridge drove the golden spike that joined together the last part of that railroad. After the golden spike was in place, it was removed and replaced with a steel spike. The golden spike was given to Grandpa Strongbridge as a gift that was passed down through our family to me and then to you. Thinking of that golden spike gives me a crazy idea. Why don't we just build a railroad to the moon? I try to do my homework, but all I could think about is building a railroad to the moon and exploring that new frontier. Dad comes into my room and tells me it's bedtime. I change into my pajamas and put the golden spike in my pocket to keep it close. "Could we live on the moon?" I ask Dad as he tucks me in for the night. I can see the bright moon just outside my window. "Not today," he says as he gives me a big hug and a kiss, "but you never know." "Good night, Alexa. Sweet dreams." He smiles and closes the door. My room fills with shimmery silver moonlight. I lie in bed and watch the shadows cast by the moonlight slowly track across my room. I notice that one of the shadows looks like the shape of a rocket. As I watch this rocket-shaped shadow, my desire to explore the moon grows. I think I may be just too excited to sleep. Suddenly, the night turns into day and my room transforms into a strange train station. But instead of a train, there's a rocket on the platform. Am I dreaming? An astronaut jumps down from the rocket and yells, "All aboard!" "Who are you?" I ask. I feel like my head is spinning. "Hi there, I'm Captain Watts, pilot of this rocket, the Lunar Cannonball, and this is my co-pilot, Spike," answers the astronaut. "The Lunar Cannonball? Where's it going?" "Why, Armstrong City, of course. Are you coming or not?" There is no way that I'm going to pass up a trip into space. I climb aboard the spaceship and strap into an empty seat. My stomach flip-flops. I've always wanted to go to the moon. Captain Watts counts down. 3, 2, 1. He pushes a button and everything starts shaking. White smoke blows past my window. Then Captain Watts says, "0, zoom!" It's like we're tossed from a giant slingshot. I feel like an elephant is sitting on my chest. The faster we go, the more I'm pushed back into my seat. This might sound scary, but it's not. I am having so much fun. It's even better than riding a roller coaster. Soon, the sky turns from blue to black. Suddenly, I'm no longer pushed back into my seat. Everything that wasn't strapped down starts floating. I unstrap from my seat, and I start floating too. Outside the window, I see the most beautiful sight ever. The giant ball of Earth glows with blue light. Clouds swirl over towns and beaches. I look out toward the horizon and I see a thin blue band hugging Earth. I realize that that blue band is the entire sky. Then I see the moon. We're heading right for it. I float up to the cockpit as Captain Watts unstraps his seatbelt and takes off his helmet. Questions fill my head. I ask them one after another as fast as I can. What's in Armstrong City? Why was the city built? And what do people do in the city? Captain Watts smiles and answers every question. Armstrong City has everything that people need to live on the moon. The city was built so people can live and work on the moon. The people do things there to help make life better on Earth. From a loudspeaker I hear, "Now arriving, Armstrong City Station. Another on-time arrival for the lunar cannonball. Local time is 10:38 p.m., December 24th, 2068. Captain Watts says I'd better get back in my seat. He and Spike strap into theirs. This is it. We're landing on the moon. The whole ship begins to gently shake. I feel a soft bump and everything goes quiet. We're down. As soon as the spacecraft door opens, I run out of the ship. Suddenly, I'm flying across the room and I bang into the ceiling. I'm as light as a feather bouncing on a trampoline. Obviously, I'm not the first excited passenger to do that because the folks at Armstrong City had padded the ceiling. Captain Watts laughs and says, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. Some things work differently here. You weigh a lot less on the moon." "How much less?" I ask. "Well, if you weigh 60 pounds on Earth, you would weigh around 10 pounds here. But your muscles haven't figured that out yet. Don't worry, you'll have tons of fun. Now that you're here, would you like to tour the moon?" "You bet," I giggle. We climb into a really cool moon buggy and drive off across the gray hills. First, we stop on the far side of the moon. There, Captain Watts shows me some giant telescopes that use radio waves to explore the universe. Next, Captain Watts takes me to a lunar mine. Here, workers dig out many different materials that help improve life on Earth. Then, we visit a solar farm that stretches out as far as I can see. Captain Watts explains that this farm doesn't grow food. It changes the sun's light into electricity for Armstrong City. Its energy is also beamed to Earth for people to use there. Next, we stop at Moon Central Station. From here, people travel to different places all around the solar system. Rockets and people are coming and going like crazy ants. Everything is so amazing. But my favorite part of the tour is the Collins Fun Park. Playing games and sports is so much fun when you only weigh 10 pounds. On the moon, I can jump 6 times as high as back home, and I can throw a ball as far as 10 houses. We visit so many cool places in Armstrong City. It is so big. Back inside the station, I asked Captain Watts how many people live here. "Well, only about 500 people live here permanently, but we haven't finished building the moon pad where the really big spaceships can land. Those will carry hundreds of people at a time." "How long will it take to finish building it?" I ask. "It's almost done. We're just waiting for the delivery of the last spike to hold it together," he explains. Then, I remember Grandpa Strongbridge's golden spike in the pocket of my PJs. "Will this help?" I ask as I pull it out. "Why, yes, this is just what we need. Can we use it?" asks Captain Watts. "Of course. I can't think of a better use for it." "Let's go right away," says Captain Watts. On the moon pad, Captain Watts hands me a spike made from moon dust and says, "This is for you. It's the spike we used until we could find a permanent one. Would you like to do the honors of putting your golden spike in?" "Wow, yes!" I place the golden spike into its spot and I use a space jackhammer to drive it into its place. I wonder what Grandpa Strongbridge would have thought about me continuing our family tradition of opening up new frontiers. Everyone claps and cheers after I put the golden spike in its proper place. Captain Watts says, "Since you've been such a big help, would you like to ride on the first flight from the new moon pad back to Earth?" "Yes, sir!" I can't wait to get home and tell everyone in Mrs. Goddard's class about my adventure. As I'm ready to board the spaceship, Captain Watts asks, "Has Mrs. Goddard taught you that the surface of the moon is bigger than the continents of North America and South America put together?" Wow, I didn't know that. No, she hasn't, I answer. Well, it is. With the moon being so close to Earth, it's almost like an eighth continent up here for people to explore. Tell Mrs. Goddard I said howdy from the new frontier. I will. Bye. I climb on board the rocket, surrounded by hundreds of empty seats. On the way back to the moon, all of those seats will be filled with people ready to explore this new frontier. They are going to have so much fun. I put my new moon dust spike in my pajama pocket for safekeeping. The next thing I know, I'm back in my room and it's morning. I run downstairs and yell, "Mom, Dad, guess where I've been?" Then I tell them all about my wild adventure to the moon. But as wonderful as it has been, my parents tell me that it was just a dream. Could it have all been a dream? It seems so real. I go back to my room feeling a little sad and remember that I haven't finished my homework assignment yet. Then I remember Grandpa Strongbridge's golden spike. Reaching into my pajama pocket, I feel the spike and pull it out. But it's not the golden spike. It's the moon dust spike. See, I told you that my story would be hard to believe. Now I have the perfect story for my homework assignment. And I know that this is going to be the best show and tell ever. To be continued.